This is our complete 5-day Tokyo travel diary. We revisit favorite spots and discover amazing new ones, sharing all the knowledge we gain on our second trip to make your journey incredible. We cover the entire itinerary from the lights of Akihabara and the history of Asakusa to a full guide for a day trip to Mount Fuji. Plus, we revisit our favorite restaurant in all of Tokyo and share our best tips for getting around and saving money. Let's explore. Tokyo has two main airports, Haneda and Narita. Haneda Airport is much closer, only 20 to 30 minutes from city center. We arrived in Tokyo through Narita Airport, which is where the most international flights land. Narita is much farther. It takes about an hour to reach Tokyo. A taxi from Narita is extremely expensive. The train is usually the best choice. It's faster, more convenient, and also the cheapest option. Before showing our hotel room and the price, we'll share our thoughts about what's the best place to stay in Tokyo. Most people choose the big hubs like Tokyo Station, Shibuya, or Shinjuku. These stations are massive, packed with people, and it can take forever just to find the right exit. But if you enjoy the bustle and nightlife, then Shinjuku or Shibuya might be the right choice for you. From our experience, it's better to stay in secondary areas like Akihabara, Ueno, or Kajicho, or even somewhere between. The stations are smaller, easier to navigate, and the hotels are usually cheaper. With the metro, we could reach anywhere in the city. On this trip, we stayed in Kajicho, just 5 minutes from Kendai Station and about 25 minutes on foot to Akihabara. It wasn't crowded, prices were great, and it was super easy to explore Tokyo from there. Now here's the hotel where we stayed in this trip.
The doors on the left side will
先に失礼いたします。
This time we didn't visit the Mount Fuji because it rained almost our whole trip. We knew if the weather wasn't perfect, you wouldn't see anything. But in March, 2024, in our first trip, we got lucky and had our favorite day of that whole trip. In 2024, before we even arrived in Tokyo, our forecast was for rain. But on our first day in Tokyo, the sun came out. We made a last-minute decision to go to the Mount Fuji, but there were no express train or bus tickets left. So we took the local trains. The journey took us about 3 hours in total, and no special tickets were needed. We just used our Suica Card to pay for it all. We only paid about 1,500 yen each way per person. We took the metro from Akihabara station to Takao station. We switched there to another train to Otsuki station, and from there we took another train to the Shimoyoshida station. We took our first train very early, around 5 a.m., and got to the final station by 8. This let us avoid all the crowds. From the station, we walked to the Chureito Pagoda. It's a lot of steps to get up there, but it was worth it. Since we arrived early, it wasn't crowded. As we were leaving around 10:30 a.m., we saw lots of buses arriving. So this was the perfect timing to visit there. And without no doubt, it was the best view of the Fuji. On the way down, we walked through the small towns around the pagoda. It was so beautiful, quiet and silent. We just spent hours taking great pictures with amazing views everywhere we looked. This trip was amazing, affordable, and it just proves that the best experience don't always come with the biggest price tag. Here's a quick tip that will help you in Japan. The Suica Card. The Suica Card is a rechargeable travel card that makes getting around Tokyo way easier. If you prefer a physical card, you can buy one at the station. or you can add it directly to your phone's wallet on iOS or Android and add the money to it with your phone. At the station, just tap your phone on the gate and go. But it's not just for trains. It's also accepted at most convenience stores and a few restaurants that you have totem machines for payment.
きます。